Aloha folks, welcome back to another episode of Box Office Chat where I discuss the top 5 at the box office this weekend and see what happened. So let's get right on into it. Number 5 was SpongeBob Sponge on the Run, still in the top 5, largely due to Canada, making $345,000 this weekend, adding to a $3 million total. I am honestly really surprised that this movie's held on for this long. I thought with all the other movies coming out it would have been pushed down a couple notches, but no, it's still hanging strong. In regards to a release date, in the US, there's still no information. It still looks like we might still have to wait another year for this to come out. So, unfortunately, us smug Americans will have to wait while the rest of the world enjoys the new SpongeBob movie. At least it's making money. Number 4 is Bill and Ted Face the Music, making $773.1 thousand, adding to a $2 million worldwide total on a budget of $25 million. And now, while this does sound disappointing, especially for all you Bill and Ted fans, keep in mind the same day it was released in theaters, it was also released on video on demand. And while there are no official numbers reported on how well it did on video on demand rentals, it has topped rental charts such as Amazon and Google Play and iTunes, and on Fandango now, it was reported that it was the most popular movie for the month of August. So, even though these box office numbers seem low, I think it's safe to say that Bill and Ted is doing pretty well for itself on video rental charts. Number 3 is Unhinged, making $1.8 million this weekend, bringing its domestic total to around $11 million, and worldwide it's $10 million away from making its initial budget of $33 million back. So it's got a chance of making its budget back. As for doubling it, it doesn't seem likely. Many of the success of the movie is coming from drive-ins, and like SpongeBob, I'm kind of surprised it's still on here. It's still kind of holding strong, so we'll see how this does for the remaining weeks. And hey, it's doing a lot better than the number 2 spot, which is The New Mutants. Now, last weekend it was the number 1 movie of the weekend, making $7 million, which is a start in these times, to say the least. But this weekend, not only did it lose the number 1 spot, it fell 58%, making just $3 million this weekend. Yikes. Especially with how long this movie was delayed and all the rumors and the reshoots. This is just disappointing, especially compared to all the other movies released this weekend, like Bill and Ted and Unhinged, and even SpongeBob having better holds than this one. This is a very, very big disappointment, especially with a budget of $80 million, and even with the worldwide totals being around $23 million. This movie has a long way to go to making its budget back. So we'll see how it pulls throughout these remaining weekends, but it does look like this is it for The New Mutants. At least it was released. And now it's time to discuss the movie you really clicked on this video for, and that is Tenet, the number 1 movie of the weekend, the movie that was supposed to save theaters and bring joy to all theater owners and movie studios around the world. And it only made $20 million this weekend. And while, yeah, that is impressive for these times, it does become a bit of an issue when you factor that the budget is $225 million, and how they haven't released like day by day numbers, and I'm not really sure if this is just the weekend or if it's factoring also the amount of money it made through pre-screenings, but it does become a bit complicated when you factor all these things. Worldwide, however, is a much brighter story, as it's already made about $150 million worldwide, so it's doing pretty good worldwide, and it'll probably make its budget back thanks to international numbers, but just $20 million in the States, that is something to be concerned over, especially with all these other movies coming out later on this year with Wonder Woman and Dune and Black Widow. All these numbers depending on this movie to be a success, and it made $20 million. So, but it really depends on the second weekend. Will it hold strong like Unhinged, or will it crash like The New Mutants? We'll just have to wait and see. Hopefully, word of mouth helps this movie out, and hopefully we can see new movies soon. But right now, We just have to play the waiting game with this one. And that is the top 5 box office results, but we're not quite done yet as we still got another week ahead of us. So let's see what's coming out next week. And it's really only one movie coming out, and it's called The Broken Hearts Gallery. Now, I actually heard about this back in July, and it was supposed to be like the second big movie to draw people back into going into theaters after Unhinged, but then it got delayed to September due to all the rising COVID cases, and now it's finally coming out. And I feel like this is going to be another words on bathroom wall situation because, again, like that movie where it got surprisingly decent reviews. Like, I'm seeing some positive things about this, and I'm hearing that it's actually really good. I'm not seeing that much on marketing. Like, I haven't seen like a lot of commercials. I've seen a couple posters and maybe a trailer here and there, but nothing else really. And I don't think it'll quite make enough to beat Tenet next weekend, but we do live in strange times, so anything is possible. And that's going to do it for this week's episode of Box Office Chat. What did you guys think of these results? Are you happy with them? Are you disappointed by them? Comment down below. Let me know. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you like this channel, hit that subscribe button. Follow me on all social media links right there. And until next time, guys, stay sharp.